Hey everyone, welcome to Anna's Violets. Today we're going to plant this wonderful Scindapsus tree. These are cuttings rooted in water, and we're going to plant them in a pot with a moss pole, a moss stick. I'm going to tell you a little bit about care tips, about the soil, and also how to take care of the moss pole, how to take care of the whole plant so that it grows into the moss pole and grows bigger leaves. Hey everyone, I'm Anna, and on this channel we're talking about plants and gardening. If you like to grow plants, and especially if you like to grow this Scindapsus treebe plant with bigger leaves, then this video is for you. Also, you may want to consider subscribing to this channel, click on the bell button to be notified of all the videos that I post every week. And now, let's jump into planting. So my dears, here I have this plastic pot with holes, and I have my moss pole here, which is actually a growing medium for this kind of plant. So Epipremnum, Philodendron, Scindapsus, Monstera. So you need to take care of the moss pole as well. You need to keep it moist so that the aerial roots grow directly into the moss pole, so that the plant is growing straight and grows more and bigger leaves. Alright, so here I have these two cuttings that have already quite long roots in the water. This leaf is a little bit damaged, but it's a physical damage, it's not a disease, so nothing to worry about it. It's still beautiful because, in the nature it's also, not every leaf is perfect, so I think there is nothing wrong with this plant. Okay, and this one as well. So you see that the roots are already growing from 3 nodes, and this is more than enough for the plant to establish well. I could actually cut it from here, and you can see that here I already have several other aerial roots ready to grow. So I think this is a good cutting to grow straight up to the pole, up on the pole. And yeah, but I'm not going to cut it because these cuttings are kind of the same size, and I want them to grow from all the sides, from both sides of the moss pole, and hopefully soon we will have a very beautiful plant. Okay, so let's start. What we do first we do, of course, we add a little bit of soil in the pot. And the potting mix that I use is actually soil, just a little bit of potting mix, then perlite, bark, leca, so that the soil is really light, and it's very good for air ventilation, so that the roots will not be prone to root rot. Okay, then we put the stick into the soil, and here the most important thing is, I guess, to make sure that you choose the pot that will be enough, like high enough for the moss pole to go deep into the soil, so that the bottom of the moss pole will be kind of equal to the brim of your pot, because this way your cuttings will grow immediately into the moss pole, and they will not need to grow a little bit to reach the moss pole itself. Alright, then let's place the cuttings, one here, and try to make sure that you plant the cuttings in a way so that they are kind of with their nodes towards the moss pole. So let's say just like this, for example, or even better, it will be just like this, so that you see that the nodes are in this direction, and then they will kind of embrace, they will hug the moss pole. Alright, so this one can be just like this, and let's use now some twine to fix it in this position. Just a second. You can use any twine. I have this, so this one that came together with the moss pole, and if you want to find shorter moss poles, I will have some links in the description of this video. And by the way, about the care tips of this plant, I have another video that I will also link in the top right corner, so if you want, you can go and watch that one also. It's about differences between Scindapsus, Epipremnum and Philodendron, which is a pothos, which is not a pothos, and then also I talk about care tips. Okay, so this one I'm going to plant in this direction. Don't worry that it's a little bit, wiggling, because soon we will add more soil and everything will be just perfect. Okay, so this one will be just like this. See, the node is kind of so close to the moss pole, it will be ready to grow on it. And then another one will be from this side. Oh, the roots are quite big of this one. Yeah, see, if I plant it just like this and bring it closer to the moss pole, all these aerial roots will grow directly into the moss pole. So let's do it. So just like this, and now let's add some soil. So let's press slightly. Alright. All the roots are under the soil. That's very good. Look at this. You need to water not only the soil but the moss pole too, the moss stick too, because this is, as I've already mentioned, it's a growing medium for your plants, because all these aerial roots will grow directly into this moss pole, and they need to feel that there is moisture in this moss pole so that they grow their roots into the moss pole. We water the soil as well. Besides, of course, you can spray your plant. And put it in a bright place, not under the direct sunlight of course, but just in a bright place, warm place, and soon you will notice new growth from all these nodes. Hopefully you liked the video. If you learned anything new from this video, consider subscribing, click on the bell button, like button, and of course share the video with your friends. Stay passionate about plants. See you next time.